In this video, we're going to talk about the 5 self-defense principles that every woman must know. The first one is whoever controls the hip controls the fight. Girls, this is huge. I teach this from like the competition team all the way to like a self-defense class just like this one. And this is a principle for grappling in general. If I control Leticia's hip, I'm going to control her. So she can't allow this to happen. And I'm going to give you girls a couple of examples of breakdown situations that's by her moving her hip, it makes it really hard for me to control her. The first one is if I want to pin her against the wall, okay? I come here, I hold her hand, and you might think like because I'm holding her hand, I'll pin her against the wall and I'm going to be able to hold her here. It's not the case. If I pin her against the wall, when she starts moving her hips out, now I'm no longer pinning her. Now we're facing each other. She's away, she can kick me, she can get out. So the number one thing that I would need to pin Leticia against the wall would be to come in and to control her hips. If I can actually get a hold of her hips and if I can trap her hip against the wall, then she will be stuck. So she needs to make sure that she is escaping her hip. A different situation, I take Leticia to the ground. I get her down. I come on top and I start controlling her hips, okay? I start hugging her hips. Really bad situation, okay? Now, Leticia starts trying to push me out, but I'm controlling her. She starts pushing me out, and I keep the grip on her hip. If she tries to push me out just to create space, and I have a good control over her hip, I'm gonna stay on top. But if she actually, instead of trying to push me out, tries to move her hip out, escaping her hip, she has a higher likelihood of being successful in this exchange with a much bigger opponent, a male against a female. So I'm on top of her, she's trying to push me out, she moves her hips out. Now it creates that disconnection. Now I feel like I'm losing her. So I'm gonna try to hunt for that hip. She can move her hips out. She's gonna have a much higher chance of avoiding a situation, of escaping by moving her hips away. Girls, we did a video about an awful situation that happens in a Lowe's store. A guy came from behind, held a woman, and literally just walked and carried her out of a store, abducting her just because he had hip control. And I'm going to show you girls the situation that she could have done to escape from that just by moving her hips away. Just like here on the floor, just like against the wall. So the woman was turning her back. The man came from behind and grabbed her wrist, okay? Now grabbing her wrist by itself, it's hard to push, to take her, to carry with me. But he connected his hip on her hip. And then he used his hip to push the woman and make the woman leave the store. Now in a situation like this, what happens is, my hip is controlling Leticia's hip and I'm getting her to walk. So what she has to do, she has to disconnect her hip. She has to move her hips out. If I start using my hip to push her out, but she disconnects, she moves her hips out, now I'm almost falling. I lose control over her. I still have her wrist. Yes, we're going to cover that in a second, but I don't have the hip. By losing the hip, I lose most of my control. And I'm gonna have a hard time abducting or targeting or containing someone that's able to move the hips because it's a lot harder to apply pressure and to keep that person in place. Principle number 2, girls, fight the weakest link. So if I am trying to grab Leticia, my weakest link on my grip is always going to be my thumb. Is one thumb wrapping around, 4 fingers wrapping around the other side. So if I make a grip on her wrist, I want you girls to understand it's not just like a technique. Oh, you turn this way, you turn that way. No, I want you girls to understand why. Because by understanding why, doesn't matter what happens. You're going to know how to react. So what I want you girls to understand, what's the why here? The why is, I got 4 fingers here and I got 1 finger here. If there is a way out, it's going to be through the thumb, which is the by itself. Now, I get my thumb over here. Leticia pulls over my thumb, starts flipping over my thumb. Eventually, it's going to break. Okay, so what if I go chew on her hand? I got 8 fingers and I got 2 fingers, okay? Maybe she won't be able, I'm really sure she won't be able to pull. But if she makes a fist and pulls her wrist up, she's gonna break. Now, these are techniques, but the most important thing I want you girls to understand is we're always gonna try to fight against the thumb. So come over here, let me show you a different scenario. I am now strangling her against the wall, right? I am pushing, I'm strangling her against the wall. She needs to create, she needs to escape. She's got like 6 to 10 seconds before she passes out. How is she going to use this style of this principle to save her life? If there is a way out of here, is through the thumb. So what Leticia is going to do, she's going to use the much leverage she can create, a much bigger, but she has to fight against the thumb. So I have 2 thumbs, one on each side. She's going to go C-grip like this, and she's going to hit as hard as she can. She popped my hand out. One more time, girls. I'm going to hold really tight now, Leticia. I hold really tight. She punches. She will get it out. Now, on the other side, I am still squeezing her neck, right? My legs, what is the direction? 4 fingers on one side. Main thumb here on her throat. She turns back. She pushes back again to the other side. Now, all of a sudden, I got no more grips on her neck. So, always, principle number 2, fight the weakest link. What's the weakest link on a grip? Our thumbs. All right, girls, so principle number 3, where the head looks, the body goes. So let's picture a situation where like you're in a nightclub or you're in a bar and someone just approaches and someone just starts grabbing you. You can be anywhere really. You can be getting into your car. Someone just approaches, starts grabbing you and starts like trying to kiss you or trying to get really close to you, okay? So if I get close to Leticia and I get my hands on her and I start pulling her towards me and she starts like pushing on my chest or she starts pushing, I am going to get her to me. But if I start pulling Leticia and she makes me look away from her, she will be able to get my body away from her. So in a different scenario, I start hugging, like I lock my hands, I have pressure. I am pulling her towards me. She places her hands right on my face and she makes me look away. Now, I start pulling her towards me, I can't get close to her. Even though I'm much stronger, she's making me look, I can't turn into her. She's making me look, she is safe. At least by locking her hands and making me look away, I can't engage with her. And eventually moving her hips out, she breaks free of that scenario. So someone comes in, starts hugging, starts pulling, look away. Where the head looks, the body goes, she disengages, and she can create that separation. Principle number 4 is distance management. Girls, the first step to distance management is being aware of your surroundings, okay? So when you see someone strange, if they are getting near you, if they are approaching, the first thing you need to be is aware. Aware that someone's strange, something feels off, you have to look to that person. You can signal to that person like, stop, get out, back away. You should not authorize someone on the streets, if you're near your car, to get too close to you, because most of the times people want to grab. I need to grab Leticia in order to do something. So if she sees me coming, it takes away that surprise element, and a lot of times you can save yourself just by being aware of your surroundings. But in this video, what we're going to cover, our principle of distance management is in a altercation. I already got to Leticia, I'm already holding her. How can she work distance management to prevent something really bad from happening? So we're going to work on 2 things specifically. We're going to work the frame, which is using my forearm to block someone and keep someone away from me. The second one is going to be the knee shield, where I'm going to use my knee as a shield to keep someone away from me. So starting with the frame, if Leticia goes like this and she uses her forearm and she makes a shield like this, she can really keep my weight off of her. So if she's against the wall and she uses the frame and she's like pushing me out, I can't get too close. And if she needs, she can put the frame on my neck. So like the more that I drive, the more that I choke myself. And this is so powerful that Leticia's on the floor. Like, I am 230 pounds. If I go on top of Leticia, she uses a frame, she can literally like withstand my weight on top of her just by using the frame. So this is something extremely powerful that you should use in a situation where someone's already on you, someone's already holding you, you frame. Because if you try to push on the chest, unless you can get like that face push and make the person look away, if you can't get that, it's already too close, it's frame time. Frame time, and then keep that distance. It's gonna be near distance, but you're gonna keep that near distance and you're gonna protect your face. The second part is the distance management using the legs. It really depends. If you're on the floor and someone's here, then the frame is too far out. It's going to be the knee shield that we're going to rely. Before we get into the knee shield, if someone gets too close and your legs, you have enough legs here to place on your partner's hip, this is going to be your first line of action. And in here, Leticia doesn't want to extend her legs all the way. She extends her legs all the way, I throw to the side, I come on top. So she always wants to keep her knees bent a little bit. So she has her knees bent a little bit. So I'm trying to get in. If she sees an opportunity to come and to kick me with her leg, she has to do that. What happens in a lot of situations is she's on the floor. I'm trying to get in between her legs. I'm pushing her legs out. I'm trying to get inside. Now, this is already a near distance. Okay, I'm trying to get inside her legs. She can't really step and push me out. When you go to use the knee shield. What's the knee shield? She's going to turn sideways. She's not going to be straight up. If she's straight up, it gets a lot easier for me to come on the inside of the legs. So she's going to turn and be sideways. And then when she uses the knee shield, if I try to get on the inside of her legs, she's going to use this on my chest. And she's really going to be able to hold me away. My whole weight is on Leticia, and she's still being able to hold me away. So I'm trying to get inside her legs. She's using the knee shield. She's moving her hips. Remember, principle number one, she's moving her hips, but she's also using her knee as a shield, blocking my entrance inside her legs and not allowing me to control her. All right, girls, our principle number 5 is disengage and then go get some help. What am I talking about in this principle? There is a lot of information out there, and a lot of comments on our videos are like, scratch him in the eyes, kick him in the balls. Like, if you do something like this and you are successful, you kick a male in the ball and he falls on the ground screaming in pain, awesome, great job. But there is a chance that you're gonna try a kick and you're gonna miss it. There is a chance that you're gonna kick someone and they're on drugs and they're not gonna feel anything, and you could put yourself in a worse situation. Why a worse situation? Because number one, that person can grab your leg and throw you on the floor. Number two, that person can get even more infuriated with you and be even more aggressive, even more strong, and apply even more damage. So what I am saying is, and this is my opinion, I want the number one thing that I want for girls is to be safe, not to apply damage on an aggressor. And once you're safe, then you can reach out to the police and you can reach out to someone that can actually do something about it. So if I have the opportunity, if you guys have the opportunity to run away, take that opportunity. So let's go back to the first drill we did, the first position. Like, I pinned Leticia against the wall. Clearly a sexual assault situation that I want to control her. Our number one principle, escape the hips. So I'm trying to control her, escape the hips. She breaks free of my grips using the thumb escape. And then now, Leticia can just turn away from me and run as quick as she can. She can scream for help. I am much bigger. But then she sees an opportunity to give me a kick. Right? And then she gives me a kick, and then she misses. Now I have her leg. Now I cleared the leg. Now look at the situation that we find ourselves. Because Leticia wanted to kick me in the nuts, now she finds herself in this position, which is a horrible position for her to be in. So girls, the number one priority is safety. If you have to apply a pressure, if you have to apply pain in the aggressor, go ahead. Use what you have to use in the situation that you are desperate. Apply these principles, study these principles, and do what you have to do. But if you have an opportunity to disengage, run away, and go get some help, take that opportunity over applying hurt, pain on the aggressor, because if you engage in a fight can lead to many different things. And that could be a bad ending for you that you are trying to escape. Girls, thank you so much for watching this video. We're going to be posting a lot of women's self-defense content in this channel. So subscribe to our channel and keep watching the other videos so you can feel more safe.